Hello, this is Joe Segal. I'm in Los Angeles, California. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk about the issues that I think a lot of Americans really are focused on and care about most today of um, a stagnant economy, income inequality, um, our difficulty in moving up the economic ladder anymore, lack of financial economic mobility, and our desire to have a safe country and a clean planet free of unnecessary pollution and um, brutal wars, and um, a, a future that we could feel good about leaving to our children and their children, and how we could help to create this kind of future by working together with each other, by listening to each other, by cooperating and collaborating with each other on the issues that we care most about in life, um, whether it's working to improve our environmental and climate situation, or our quality and availability of education to everybody, our healthcare situation and making healthcare, which I believe is a human right, available to everybody, just like they do in most of the advanced nations of the world, and making higher education available and accessible to everybody, regardless of race, gender, or what family you're born into in this life, because everybody deserves access to the experience of college and university, higher education, where we learn about each other and we learn about our world, and we learn what we want to do in our world to contribute to it. And we shouldn't go broke by going to college. We shouldn't have debt shackled on us just to go to college and to graduate with massive debt that prevents us from living life and starting our lives, and starting our having marriages and starting families and starting businesses, because it's just doesn't make any good sense to do that. It makes a lot of profit for a few people, and unfortunately our government profits off of it as well. And this is just doesn't make sense. And so that's why I'm sharing um, how I feel about Bernie Sanders, who's running for president of the United States, and it's the only one that understands that um, a four-year college degree is basically the equivalence of what a high school diploma used to be when I grew up here in the United States. When I grew up in the early 70s, you could graduate high school and go work at a factory at the GM plant like we had in Van Nuys before it closed, and make a good living, take care of yourself, get an apartment, a home, go to college. And state colleges were virtually free. You didn't have to take out massive loans to go to a state college. Um, and so that's what we need to do again, is to rebuild our middle class, to rebuild our main streets, our schools, our communities, our families, to strengthen them with jobs that have living wages that you can afford to pay for health care, for rent, which is rising and out of control all over. And you could afford to spend time, reading a book with your children, with your family, with your loved ones, or traveling in your city and state, and even around the world, and seeing how the rest of the world lives and all the beautiful people and places in the world. We can't afford to do that because we're working longer and harder than ever before, and having less and less as a result of it. And so what we need are to lift everybody up and to lift each other up by uh, basically collaborating and communicating, listening, and working together, and helping each other's small businesses succeed, reaching out to each other on Twitter and Google and Facebook and Instagram, and not just on the candidates that we support, but in each other's lives and dreams. Just reach out to each other and find out what people are working on and support them. Share what they do with your network of friends, and recommend their business that they've started to your family and friends, and do business with each other. A business is good as long as making money is good as long as you don't use that money to harm others or to buy our government out from underneath the people and the will of the people. Then make as much money as you want. And so that's what I like to talk about here on my YouTube channel. I build websites for a living. I build campaign websites for political candidates and for nonprofit causes. I build websites for bloggers too, and so I hope that you'll take a moment and watch some of the videos on my YouTube channel. I hope that you'll reach out to me and say hello. Let me know what you're working on so I can share your dreams and goals and your work and your businesses with my friends and networks. And if you have any questions for me or things you'd like to share with me, please contact me through my YouTube channel. Wishing you good health and happiness in all the things that you do. Thank you.